So y'all are not gonna believe this one, but you no longer need cash, a credit card, a debit card, or even your phone to buy things from the store. Now you can actually pay for things by just scanning your hand. Yes, you heard me right. All of your money, your credit card, your debit card will now be connected directly to your hand. Scary, I know, but don't worry. I'm about to tell you everything you need to know about this new payment system. And I'm even going to take you to the store and show you how this works. So you definitely don't want to miss this one. What's up guys, this is Monique and welcome back to the channel. I am back with the news that you definitely can use. But first, if you are new here, hello, bonjour, hola, aloha, konnichiwa, wagwan, shalom, assalamu alaikum, jambo, namaste. So this probably sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but I promise you this is very real and it just started. Amazon has released a new cashless pay-by-palm technology that requires you only to wave your hand to pay for things. But also you can connect your Prime account to your hand and you'll be able to get rewards when you're using your hand in the store. But your hand is also going to be used to give you access to certain sport venues and offices, and it's just going to be used to identify you overall, especially in situations where like you are buying alcohol, they want to make sure you're 21, they'll be scanning your hand to find out. So this already has partnerships with major banks, with American Express, Discover, Visa, and MasterCard. That's most major payment providers. And that's exactly why you need to know about this, because this thing has already been used over 3 million times. So that means it's growing and it's growing fast. And I will be giving you specific places that this is being used. In fact, we're going to go to one of them in a second. But first, let me break this down real quick and explain to you how this system even works. So Amazon One is what is called a biometric technology, and that's just a fancy way of saying it is a system that uses your physical features to identify you. And if you use the facial recognition on your phone, that is already a type of biometric technology. Also, if you use Siri and Alexa to recognize your voice, that's another type. So that's just to let you know that this type of technology is already out there and being used. So how this process even works with scanning your hand to pay for things. First and foremost, no two palms are the same, similar to fingerprints. And so when you are scanning your hand, it's going to be looking at the lines and the ridges. It almost sounds like you're getting a palm reading to me. And on top of that, this system is going to go even further, and it's going to look at the veins that's in your hand. They say that the hand is the least sensitive, and I'm sure if you use facial recognition, you probably ran into some problems before. There's actually a woman that is now suing Detroit because their facial recognition mistaked her for a crime suspect. So Amazon is like, I don't want to deal with all of those. Let's just go ahead on and use the hand. Now at this point, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Some people are even referring to this as the mark of the beast. Some are saying that this is yet another way for us to be tracked. But comment down below and let me know what you think about this so far. But if you are worried about being tracked, have you ever Googled yourself or someone else you know? If you haven't, you'll probably be shocked to find out that your personal information is already exposed on one of those people's search websites. Data brokers are making a fortune selling your info to robocallers, spammers, and others that are trying to learn more about you, like where you live. And that brings me to today's sponsor, Aura. Aura can identify data brokers exposing your info, and they can submit opt-out requests on your behalf, which makes these data brokers legally required to remove your info. And not only that, they also offer identity theft protection, antivirus protection, a VPN. There are actually parental controls, spam controls, and this is all in one app. And you can get all of those features that I mentioned at an affordable price. So you can either let people continue to exploit you and profit off of your personal info, or you can go to aura.com/Hintons to start your 2-week free trial. And I also put the link down in the description. Now let's get back into the process of how this hand payment system works. So once you go to the store and you are ready to pay and you scan your hand, it will then connect to the cloud. You know, everything is in the cloud, and it's going to check and make sure you are who you say you are. And when you are verified, they will charge whatever card you have connected to your palm. Now this all sounds simple, but I still don't know how I feel about this. So you know what we do over here on this channel? We test things out. So in order for us to start using our Palm to pay for things, we are going to have to sign up for an account. And again, it is free to do. Now you can go to the store and just do everything there, or you can pre-enroll. And that's what I did because I wanted to check and make sure, you know, I feel all right with it before I proceed. But it was very simple. It took less than 30 seconds to do, especially if you already have an Amazon account. I just used one that I had, and then they asked me for my phone number. They sent me a code that I had to enter, and they asked me to add the card that I want to connect to my hand. And so after I did all of that and hit submit, they gave me this QR code. Now this is what we're going to have to go and take to the store in order to finish setting up, because they'll have to scan your hand and put it into the system. So the next thing we need to do is figure out what store we want to go to. So here's the list of where this is right now. There are over 200 Whole Food markets that are now using Amazon One. And it's going to be available at all of them in the United States by the end of the year, according to Amazon. It's also at Amazon stores. Never been to one of those. Didn't really know they exist until now. But there are many other third-party companies as well that are now signing up. And some of those places are Panera Bread. It's available at many sports stadiums. So if you're a sports fan, you need to recognize this too. T-Mobile Center, T-Mobile Park, NASCAR Raceway, Texas A&M Cow Field. And again, this is only now. This is just starting, so it will be expanding. And when I say expand, it has made its way to the casino. There's a Hollywood casino that's actually using this. And they also say it's available at several grocery and convenience stores, but they don't list those specifically. So when I did a quick search and plugged in the city that I live in, New Orleans, then it pulled up all of these stores it's available at, which is Whole Foods. So that's where we're going to be going to finish setting this up. And before we go, the good thing is, if I don't like this, I can delete my account, and my Palm is supposed to be completely erased as well if I delete the account. But there's only one way to find out. So let's go. So we are here, y'all. Let's check this out and see what it's all about. So this right here is that magical machine that we will be scanning our hands on, and it will be connecting our hands to our cards. So we have to finish setting everything up, and we're going to jump right in and get started. And we already pre-enrolled, so all we have to do is whip out this QR code and scan it. It will pull up all of our information. So the rest of the process is really easy and simple, looks like. All we have to do is scan our palms into the system. So it's asking for my right one, and you have to make sure you center it, but it's going to guide you right here. And then I have to scan the left one. And at that point, we're done. So I'm going to just grab something so that we can try this out. My husband absolutely loves the chicken spread here, so we'll get him one. And I think I'll take one myself. Now for the moment we have all been waiting for. Let's get this all scanned up. We're gonna hit pay. All right, so it actually says Palm, pay with Palm. So let's click that. Then we just scan our hand on this scanner right here, and it looks like we're done. All right, y'all, we got our goodies. So I'm gonna tell y'all this much. I went in there on a mission to actually hate this thing. Like, I wanted to really despise it, but I'm very conflicted right now. I really don't know how I feel about it, because it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's just the idea of this. And you know, when we are introduced to new things, the first thing we do is abort, reject. We want to run away from it instead of learning about it. And that's why I bring you all of these different things to the channel, so that you can actually start to learn what's going on right now. But using this was really easy and convenient, especially for someone who may have left your card in a car, or your wallet at home, or your phone died. I can definitely see this system being implemented for the masses if another pandemic was to happen, because we know our hands is the #1 place that germs are spread. I think they're trying to move towards making pretty much everything contactless right now, but it's also making us lazier and lazier. That's what I felt like it's not hard to pull out your card and pay. Why are we having to use our hand? So I'm kind of like riding the fence on this one. Let me know down below what you think about this. Now, one of the main concerns I saw a lot of people had was that people can actually replace these machines and steal people's information like they've been doing when they replace these in gas stations. But according to Amazon, first and foremost, when you scan your palm, your information is not being stored in the machine itself. They're pulling it from the cloud during that particular instance, and your info is encrypted, so it's supposed to be really safe. Now, that's what they say, not me. But for now, I think I'm just going to stick with my regular forms of payments that I've been using until I dig a little bit more, do a little more research, and you know I'm always going to keep you updated. So I thank you so much for watching. I want you to know that you are appreciated and you are amazing. Until next time, we are out. Peace.